We're in this together. I've always said, and I'm going to one of the politicians on this matter, I've always said, there have been, and I always stay away from mentioning the names, but we have had politicians in this country, even to the highest office of the land, have medical emergencies. And we have seen the things that have happened. You know what? I might as well go ahead and mention the PV Obeng's, his health situation in a vehicle somewhere. Was it a taxi or something? Who knows if we had better health conditions, whether he could have been rushed somewhere. Emisa Arthur, our former vice president, Professor Mills of blessed memory, all of them, among others, who have had health situations. I remember that member of parliament, I think minister as well, from the MPP's end. You see, they forget that you can be traveling elsewhere for checkups and all of that. But if there's an emergency, you will have to follow what is here. And if what is here is that bad, you might get caught. It will shock you when you will get caught. Dr. Mark-Kurt Nawaane is a deputy ranking member on Parliament's Health Committee. Doc, good morning.
Good morning.
Straight question to you. You have about only 10% of our medical facilities, if I heard Dr. Esiedu right, with...
Come again?
Can you hear me, Doc?
Yeah, I'm in my constituency, so the reception is not that very good.
Can you hear me, Doc?
Yeah, I can hear you, okay.
I'm saying,
yes.
We have about 10%, only 10% of our health facilities, if I heard Dr. Esiedu right, with thermometers, something as basic as a thermometer to check your temperature. Why is it that our hospitals, many of them, lack basic equipment like thermometers, like defibrillators, like ventilators? The question is, why?
Good morning to the viewers of Joy TV. And I'll say that, well, I might put the percentage, in terms of thermometers, I might put the percentage above the 10% anyway.
You put it at what?
I'll put it above 10% anyway, definitely. In terms of thermometers, yes. But
based on what? Is it a study?
But it is true that, in fact, we lack a lot of equipment. And all this has to do with, in fact, our wrong prioritization. If you consider the amount of money that comes into the health sector in a year, we should be doing something far better than this. And I blame practically everybody, including the politicians, including the technocrats, who are supposed to advise the politicians, and probably the whole country, because we start certain things and we don't ask questions. We are just happy that we started them. Because if you consider the situation that last year on Agenda 111, we spent almost, or since we started, we spent almost $200 million on Agenda 111, and we've not added a single bed in terms of the number of beds in the country. We've not been able to do that. Then we ask ourselves, what are our aims? What do we want to solve? What mistakes do we want to overcome? What are the problems that we want to solve? And you realize that as a nation, honestly speaking, we are not putting our priorities right. We are simply getting everything wrong. And we are applauding where we should be condemning. This is what is happening in the country, in the health sector. And if you ask me, sitting as a member of the Health Committee of Parliament, I'll tell you that, look, not that we don't try to resist whatever is happening, but what is happening is that most of these issues are brought in, they are packaged in such a way that you would think that the resources to carry out these activities are already available, and that the other problems that we have, we also have other means of solving them. But in the long run, we mix everything up. You realize that this maintenance of hospitals that you are talking about, they are not carried out. We are not able to do them. And that is not because of the fact that there's no money coming into the health sector. Indeed, this government, the NPP have, in fact, I believe that one of the highest amount of money coming into the health sector, even during the COVID era. The amount of money that came into the health sector solved most of us. But it looks as if we manage the information in such a way that the technocrats, the politicians are able to get their way using just the management of information. And the rest of the country were left behind. And by the time that we start asking questions about what has happened, or what are we supposed to do, or knowing that we've gotten everything wrong, it is already gone.